Hello, everybody. All right, so we have decided that we are going to conduct a rock, paper, scissors tournament to carry out the placement of each draft selection. Tony, if you want to take it from here.
Yeah. All right. So, guys, the way we're going to do this is we're going to do 2 out of 3 rock, paper, scissors in each matchup. It's going to be rock, paper, scissors, shoot. You go on shoot. The only people who will have their cameras on for Zoom for like bandwidth purposes, so there's no staticiness. So they're going to be the 2 people in the matchup. Everybody else is going to have their camera off and potentially mute. So, or you actually fuck it. You leave your mute on or leave your mute off so you can heckle each other. So the way this is going to work is we have an initial matchup over here in column G, right? And so this seeding is based on how the top 6 finished in the playoffs last year. So Phil's won 6 because I lost my first matchup. And then 7 to 10 are based on the regular season standings because that's how we determine our SACO. And so it's just simple seeding, like 1 versus 10, 4, 7, all that nonsense in the initial. And so from there, it'll decipher a winner's bracket and a loser's bracket. And so on each side, it kind of maps out the same. So I'll kind of run you through the winner's side. So as an example, we have Phil, Brendan, me, Nick, and Mike winning. And
Because you guys were the winners. Yeah.
You guys were the winners. We were the winners, yeah. And so because of that, Rich and I have created like a mechanism where there's a play-in game for the highest or best seeded individuals to kind of take care of like how in the NBA and NFL they have like a lottery or worst team gets the most benefit, etc. So we have the better teams out of the initial matchup playing a play-in game or play-in matchup in the first round. And so I'd play Phil, best 2 out of 3, rock, paper, scissors, shoot. And the winner of our matchup would go on to like a round 2 winners bracket where Phil will square off against Mike and Brendan, Nick, where we'll go against that 110 like kind of setup where it's best versus worst, etc. So from there, let's say Mike beats Phil and Nick beats Brendan. And Mike beats Nick thereafter. Mike is the winner's bracket champion. So he places first as his pick to pick his draft pick. And then on the other end of that, we'll have a third place game for Phil and Brendan. If Phil wins, he places third to pick his pick, Brendan fourth. And so whoever loses this play-in right here is automatically the 5th pick. And then the same goes on the loser's side, but the thing with the losers is the highest they can place is 6th. And so the reason we did this is because obviously the loser's side shouldn't really get that much upside in getting a draft pick, and just because we don't want to spend 30 years playing rock, paper, scissors together. But I think 2 out of 3 matchups with this kind of setup should be rather quickly and smoothly, and I think you guys will like it.
Yeah, if you lose in the first matchup is really important. If you lose the first matchup, the highest you can get is 6, and then obviously if you win it, the lowest you can get is 5. So a lot hinges on that. But all right, I think that's it, Tone. Right?
Yep.
I'll try to set up a time or something.
Yeah, we'll send a message in the group me, all that, to set up time for all this. So make sure you guys pretty soon. All right, cool. Thanks.